Hey y'all, what's up? It's Tiki Tuki. So this is our first official episode that we're going to be releasing of the Conversation podcast. I'm glad you guys decided to tune in on it. We're just going to be basically bullshitting about every real topic under the sun. Nothing really specific. It's what's going on in our lives, what's going on in the world. It's kind of what you can expect from us. Let me know. Anybody who decides to listen, like if you want me to have something going on in the background, if you want something still. Right now, I just kind of recorded my desktop as I was kind of like messing around and stuff like that. So it's really up to you guys. I'll try a couple different options and see. For the most part, this is just us putting our thoughts out there, and then if you decide you want to listen, go ahead. If not, it's whatever. But thanks for tuning in. I hope you all enjoy yourselves, and yeah, have a happy quarantine.
Okay, last, brother.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, welcome, people. How's it going? Welcome to the podcast, The Conversations, episode 1. I'm your host, Tiki Tuki, and I'm joined by my ugly ass mothers and brothers. Going down the line right here. If y'all want to introduce yourselves.
Edwin, otherwise known as Bermuda V3, the coronavirus king. Patient Zero.
Yes. Santi, otherwise known as Chugs. Yeah.
It's my boy Chugs.
Hey, you know me, Chugs.
That was stupid. You got your boy EP right here. Talk shit.
Hey, bro.
Okay.
Jesse, where are you?
My name's Jesse. I love awkward silences.
Everybody was waiting for me.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
I kind of forgot about it. My bad.
Dude, we practiced this like 6 times.
You're literally going down the line. How do you? You're watching everybody talk one by one. Oh, God.
All right, go ahead, Yosito. All right. Jesse's canceled.
That guy's fucking done.
Jesse's canceled. Yoli, go ahead.
He's done.
Jesse's right now and
hold
just
on,
fucking
hold on.
sweating bricks.
Let me run it back real quick.
He's like, what the fuck is my name?
Oh shit! He's got like that SpongeBob shit going on in his head
Yeah,
with like the
SpongeBob.
fire.
What's his name? What's his name?
All right, now running it back to Jesse. That's me, real quick. Mexican that got on boots. Now I'm gonna pass it off to the boy Yoli.
Yeah,
I
boots.
already know it's Yoli in this bitch.
All right, well said.
Popping.
Wait, was that an Ali Sadiq reference?
Yeah.
Whatever you want it to be.
Mexican got on boots.
Oh yeah, baby. You already know. We never forgot.
But never forgotten.
Yeah. But as you can hear, we're just going to be talking about various topics, whether it be going on in the world right now or just like random bullshit. It's just the same shit that we do every single day, except we're going to fucking record it this time and try to make a profit off of it because that's how you make it in the world.
I'm just trying to get a bag, bro.
And today we actually have a sponsor. Today's episode is brought to you by Peter's Perfect Pocket Pussies. Pussy in my pocket. I'll fuck it anywhere. All right. So, EP, you have 100% reliable. I've been using Peter's Pocket Pussies for years. It only gets softer by the decade. But EP, you said you had a topic that you wanted to kick us off with, an important question.
That question would be, what y'all feel on promise rings?
Oh, man. Shambles, homeboy.
Can I bring up
Commitment?
my previous question about that question?
Sure, man.
What are we promising with this ring?
What do you
know? Like,
what do you think of the standard?
Yeah, but a promise ring could mean many things. What exactly?
I think
this?
usually by default it means like I promise
Yeah, like
you,
they're gonna get married.
Yeah, it's like effort. Like
Okay, but all right, so they're gonna get married now. Are you also promising to remain loyal? Are you also promising not to have sex before? Yeah, because what if you're in an open relationship?
Well, I feel like that's discussed before you even get the ring.
What if you're in an open relationship? And
I think that's something that
you're.
I think the promise ring depends on like your own promise in your own relationship.
Yeah, it's like contextual.
So what exact promise ring are
I'm
we
gonna
talking
Google
about? Because different
by
promise
default what is a
rings,
promise ring.
Yeah, the
different
standard.
promise rings, I have different opinions on.
Because
Well, what does it mean to you?
Yeah.
To me, I don't fuck with promise rings, so I wouldn't know.
All right, but why? Now explain why. Like why?
I gotta know exactly what the promise is to tell you exactly why.
you're gonna
It's
be
all
her
subjective,
slave
you know?
until you
It's
die.
subjective.
All right.
It's subjective.
Yeah, I don't fuck with
All right.
All
It's
right.
Objectively, I think we can all agree that that's what it is.
Yeah, sure, man.
Hold
Sure.
on, hold on.
I
Just
think you
just by a quick Google search, it says the sign of commitment between two people. It's like a promise. Like it can be many things, but like for example, it says a promise to always love you or shit like that.
Yeah, it's
I
not the
don't know,
same as a
man.
wedding ring.
My take
I can't make that
is
promise.
that if a promise ring is basically like assuring that your relationship is going to end in absolute disaster.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, that sounds like personal
Yoli,
experience.
yeah, like Yoli.
No, dude. Every person I've ever heard like a promise ring, like
I'm
giving
gonna agree with Alejandro on
really
this
spreads
one.
into a toxic
Well,
relationship.
I'm not saying you're wrong because I
I've
think
never
promise
given
rings are a
anybody a
sham.
promise ring. I'm not speaking
What
out
it,
of
what it sounds like somebody done fucked you up. It sounds like
Oh, no.
Who hurt you?
you want to talk about it? 'Cause we
Hey,
can.
the
This is what
name
we're
start with
doing.
an S and end with an A.
Say, we can go off air, bro, if you
We
want.
can, yeah, that's alright. I'll cut it. I'll cut it. Oh, don't worry
Yeah,
about
we'll
it.
cut this bitch right now.
For real, it's just I don't know.
We don't talk about her.
I think it's unnecessary. I think it's unnecessary for real.
I think so too. I
Facts.
think so too. I agree.
Because like with
But
me,
I mean,
go ahead.
it has some sentiment behind it, I guess. Like, because some people kind of look to that kind of thing. They like it gives them a false sense of security. Like, all right, if my man's gives me, or my man's or woman's gives me a promise ring, that means we're gonna be together forever. But like, I mean, you give somebody
It's
a
like
promise
it's
ring,
just a
I'm sure
baby
it's
wedding
a-
ring.
So
it's a cute little ring.
okay, I have a point.
All right.
All right. So let's say is a promise ring supposed to be like, let's say if you are tempted and you about to do something that may
Hinder your relationship.
yeah. I'm trying to think of a different word. It starts with a C, but yeah, basically that it fucks with your relationship, and you look at the promise, ring, and you're like, and it makes you,
Fucking Corona.
and look, it makes you like, not go through with it. If it takes that for you not to go through with it,
then you shouldn't be in a
You shouldn't be
relationship.
together in the first place.
You shouldn't be in a
Take
relationship.
your promise ring off and just.
Facts.
It's crazy.
And that's
Honestly, I don't see the point in promise rings.
Yeah, I agree.
So a promise ring is like basically saying you two are gonna be married one day, right?
Sure.
Basically, that's
So
how I
why
would take it
not-
as. Yes.
I feel like people
It's
that
like
get
a
promise
baby
rings
engagement.
just aren't ready for that next step yet. They're kind of postponing that engagement ring.
I just look at
So
it
none of
like
y'all-
I
none
don't
of
get
y'all would
into
get
like
a girl
promise
one.
ring.
I don't get into relationships though unless it's like if I don't tell a person that they're gonna be my significant other unless I'm already planning on being serious with it. So I don't know why you would.
Oh
Start
no!
up
See,
like a
I
half
have a
serious
different outlook on that.
Yeah,
But that's a different. That's like
yeah,
all
but
right.
this
So
is
like
with me personally.
when-
Like I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
that like we're gonna be dating and that I'm gonna commit myself to just you if we're
Yeah.
not like.
Jaime only commits as long as they promise to hit him with a car.
Yeah,
exactly.
as long as
Look,
they promise to give us.
I gotta check your
physical or
horsepower. Look, I gotta check the
Facts.
year, the mileage, all that shit. But no,
Facts.
it's like
how many driving infractions do you have?
like because I have done promise rings before, and both times it did end in disaster. So
Yeah.
you know,
He's two strikes.
Exactly.
and like it's just there's no point in doing like I did it mainly just for them. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you know whether or not you want to spend the rest of your life with that person, and then your relationship should reflect that. And you shouldn't like. I guess some people like to place their faith in items like that. Like I think it was Santiago said, but like
So what I'm getting is like all you guys, you're just saying like the point of a promise ring to you is pretty much like garbage. But like now leading off to that, like what about commitment? Like how do you guys feel about commitment? Like, that just scare you, or are you just saying the promise ring is pointless, or are you just scared of the commitment part?
man, I gotta be all right with myself before I'm all right with other people. Like I gotta take care of for me.
No, and it's crazy because like I the idea of commitment doesn't scare me, but like timing and place is definitely like important. So like the idea of committing to someone very seriously right now in my life is kind of like because I don't know what's gonna happen in the next year and a half. So it's like Just gotta have the right time and place, or wait for the right person.
Bro, I don't feel like anybody's ever ready for that shit though. It's kind of like being a dad.
And sometimes you just gotta say fuck it and go for it.
You know, like not to change the topic, but like it's kind of like being a dad. Like nobody ever is like, oh, I'm definitely 100% ready to be a parent.
Oh no, I think I gotta disagree. I think there are people out there that are like, hey, I want a son, and let's.
You're right.
Yeah, they do the
but
steps
there are a lot of parents who weren't ready to be parents. And
oh, for shit! You preaching to the choir, homeboy. I got about 6 kids.
Fuck, man can't even do a dog.
I'm saying my baby mama looking for me right now, cuz.
You say that man can't even do a
Nah, so that's just
Why can that man give his?
But if you want it to be like an optimal setting,
that's how I feel about commitment. Like you can't really. You're never ready for that one girl to just walk in your life. You know what I'm saying?
You cut
because
off,
before that girl, you wouldn't be ready for commitment. You'd be like, no, I'm just trying to mess around. That one girl, and you're like, oh shit, though. Like, I want to be with this chick. I want to give this bitch a promise ring. Like, you know, it gets serious like that.
Yeah, move your mic closer, Bob. You're cutting out.
Promise ring. Well, I got a quick question.
All right, what's your question?
Erwin, are you planning on giving Kayla a promise ring?
No. It's just somebody gave somebody else a promise ring, and that's why the curiosity.
You mean like when Jesse gave his girlfriend a wedding ring?
No. No. It was more
Are you asking for a friend? Are you asking for a friend?
Yeah, he's asking for a friend.
Nah, bro, I ain't giving
that boy sweating right now. He's scratching his neck and shit.
that boy looking at the ring on his counter right now. That boy looking at the ring on his counter like, oh shit.
Bro, you know what happened? Kayla probably saw this shit and she was like, wow, Jesse got engaged, huh?
Interesting.
Must be fucking nice.
I bet she said some shit in Spanish too. I can't even say.
That's funny.
Erwin's sweating right now. He like
facts.
She's right behind him.
All right, try to put the sweat on me. Use one sweat.
Nah, let's put the sweat on Jesse then. So,
Jesse, why are we putting the sweat on somebody?
Why?
Jesse is engaged.
Yes.
That's like promise ring. Times a million.
That's not. That's like, all right, we're doing this shit for real.
An engagement ring
that's the promise of the promise ring.
It's just a big boy promise ring.
Jesse? How did you get to this point?
Hold on. Before you answer the question, is it a real ring? Like all I saw was a ring pop, dude. I still honestly just saw the ring pop.
Yes, there's another ring. I gave her the ring pop first, and then I pulled the actual ring in the ring box.
Okay.
Okay, you smooth motherfucker. I see you.
Jack, you can back up a little bit.
I'm saying that boy smooth like butter. What's up?
You can back up your mic just a little bit.
Yeah, I heard that. Sorry.
No, you're Gucci.
Sorry, Dad.
Your question
I love
again?
You. That was for Yoli.
What?
Your question again?
Oh, walk us through how that feels. How'd you get to that point? So, because we're talking about promise rings, in that state of mind, what should you be thinking when you get engaged?
Oh shit!
Honestly, so I had never really thought about growing old, right? Like maybe like 40s, 50s, like somewhere around there. And then I especially never saw myself being with somebody at that age. And I don't know, Sierra just makes me want to grow old with her.
Okay, I can put some respect on that. I can put some respect on that.
And at this point, if I'm crying,
I'm saying I'm trying to find me a girl that makes fucking Jesse feel that. I'm trying to bitch what?
Hey Jesse, they had Bogo in
about the know what I'm
saying. Yeah, for real. Hey, she got a sister.
she got a sister, but she's dating somebody that's like 40.
Damn.
Oh damn.
Well, tell her when I'm 40 to wait for me.
She's gonna be bad, bitch.
Well, I mean, fuck it.
But you definitely have to think about it. Like, I don't know. For me, there was no thinking. I was just like, damn.
It just felt right.
You really when they say dude, you really fucking know.
Fucking know.
Oh my god.
Like a shitty boyfriend.
Jesus Christ.
You're not ready for that full send. Got me.
Hey, well, I mean, when you're there, you're there. You know what I'm saying? Just ride the wave. Right? Yeah, just ride the wave, cuz.
I don't know. Everybody's fucking everybody. Just free game.
Yeah, no, whoa,
It
whoa,
don't
who
matter.
fucking, who fucking,
Whoa.
whoa, hold on, who
What are we
fucking?
doing here?
That sounded like some pain in that one. Hold on, let me. Hey, I got. Hey, whoever hurt you, bro? I got some. Hold
I
on,
just
let me.
meant on a
let me-
global scale, bro. Why y'all-
Soundbite.
Bro,
The sound effects,
I hate
yeah.
you so much. That one dude with a gun at a party, he just said, "Oh shoot! Oh, we pop it off! Oh, we
Hey,
pop
you
it
know,
off!"
you know me. Hey, got my. Hey, in case someone want to fuck around.
Hey man,
In case Rocky wanna act a
they
fool.
burnt my toast. Oh, we popping off there. Oh, okay, I'm gonna pop the trunk
Say
on
less.
bitch ass.
Wow, I'll air this whole Denny's out right now, cuz. Shit.
Give that extra jam, bit. This shit don't.
I swear the extra jam. Fuck around, get it cracking.
God, that's stupid.
So hey, so how we feel about this coronavirus, right? What are your thoughts,
I
guys?
found a
I think
thing.
motherfuckers need to stay home.
Well, yeah, okay, all right. Good
Why we
good insight.
podcasting right now?
Yeah,
Hold
literally,
on.
that's why we stuck indoors, bro. We would have 15 episodes by the time this bitch is over.
I swear to God.
See, I'm gonna have Edwin doing like the background shit because he's over here sending us information on it on the low. I appreciate you.
Honestly,
Edwin,
It's not
if we had a
anymore.
studio,
It's
Edwin
not
would be that
anymore.
ghost in the box.
I'm kind of glad I'm spending this little coronavirus isolation alone because
God.
I knew if I was with somebody else,
You'd
they'd
have a baby.
definitely be pregnant right now.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
bro,
Why?
they
There
were
are
fucking
definitely a few
constantly, bro.
steps that we could definitely cross before having a
Constantly,
baby.
bro.
I think.
I literally,
Last time I checked.
they were fucking in a chair right next to me. I had no idea.
What?
I no cap. I've
that's
done that
kind
before.
of that's kind of
Wait, can you talk about
I've done something similar to
The-
that.
Erwin's like,
the
hold
way-
up, I was probably sitting in the chair next to
That's
him.
what I'm saying. Okay, I gotta explain. I hope I'm there.
Nah, you weren't there. Nah,
Oh,
you
God.
weren't there. Nah, you weren't. No,
The secret
nah, you
is
weren't
to
there.
be so on top of each other constantly that when you are fucking, it looks like you're just normally on top of each other.
Yes. Or make sure no one's looking.
So does this man not moan? There's like neither of these motherfuckers moan. They just quiet.
No, we kind of have like mute sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. We came back. We came back from
you
a.
ever seen End of Watch? You know where he's like,
Yes. Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Jesus
Nah,
Christ.
bro.
Very
We came back from
It's
a
like
show.
if Adam Sandler hit mute on his remote.
I mean, just they're like, yeah, these
Just-
motherfuckers.
that's all.
No.
Them, like both like moaning but on mute. Like, really fucking like into it.
Comes in braille.
It's coming out.
You see how each knows how looking at them like, yeah,
No, bro.
shit was
They
fucking
left the show. They left the show like an hour and a half early, and then we all came back like maybe 2 hours after they left. And like all we hear is just
No, not the mac and cheese.
no. It wasn't even the mac and cheese. It was just straight fucking
That
child.
boy-
It was for
that boy
straight
was-
abuse, bro. Just
Wait,
every 5
one little
minutes.
pop. That man hit
Jesus.
slow strokes.
The slow strokes, them sensual strokes, bruh.
So wait.
Gotta hit it with some love.
Wait. Y'all was fucking for an hour and a half, or did y'all wait an hour and a half?
Whoa.
Who fucking
Nah,
for an hour and a half?
we walked straight.
I
to the
mean,
bed, and then
You know,
we heard Jaime once
Coming, and that's when
Yeah.
you started fucking. As soon as you
No,
heard
we-
him coming.
We didn't stop. I don't think we stopped, did we, babe?
He was like, "Quick, I hear Jaime. All right, let's
She
go."
said
All right,
Let's
get going,
get
get going.
Let's start. You ready for round two?
Hold on, where is it?
The night you bruised my ass, we stopped
What?
and we looked.
No.
All right,
No, the first night.
Is this a special guest guessing?
Let's phone a caller.
oh my god.
She's been here the whole time.
My virgin ears can't take
What
such
the
language.
She's over here like, yeah, well,
So- I know we were before Jesse's sex life. We were talking about coronavirus.
Yes.
So I've been informed we got almost 250,000, little over 200,000 coronavirus cases, 9,000 deaths total, and about 85,000, 86,000 recovered. Right?
Huh.
Fat numbers, but still, people find a way to be fucking idiots, right? And I found this headline that was saying that people keep threatening to replace hand sanitizer with Tito's vodka, and Tito's had to go on Twitter to beg them to stop.
Why is that a thing?
Yeah,
Why are
why?
people so dumb? I just don't get it.
Per the
Yeah, why aren't you
CDC,
using absolute vodka?
hand
Definitely.
hand
Oh yeah, that's what it
sanitizer.
is. Yeah.
Tito's is
Near
overrated.
Amsterdam.
So I agree. I'm a Stoli boy, But
I mean, fucking all vodka tastes the same to me.
For real, vodka is fucking.
Bro, all alcohol tastes the same.
no, it does not.
It's not.
It does not. Grey Goose tastes like
Vodka?
shit.
Svedka is definitely this fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just never going in my mouth again.
Yeah, you
Well,
only
juice-
have you can only
juice
have
tastes
bad
better.
vodka and tasteless vodka. Either way,
Yeah.
I'd rather just drink whiskey or bourbon.
You're a
Give me
man.
a nice scotch.
Facts.
I'm a tequila guy. Bust out the tequila. I'm with that.
So I fuck with tequila.
Hey, shit, I fuck with you then. What you trying to do?
Patron.
I'm with it.
Yeah, Patron is good.
Patron is
Patron
good.
is really good.
1800 is the poor man's Patron, and 1800 smacks. It does the job.
Oh, it definitely does smack. Let's give you that much.
Hey, that shit'll get you where you need to go.
I'm trying to smack someone's fucking
Speaking of
wife on the
alcohol,
booty.
there was a rumor going around the internet that if you're constantly drunk, you can't get coronavirus.
That's definitely a rumor.
I've been testing that today.
Well, shit, I'll test it tomorrow. And then
Testing it
you
right
know,
now.
I could-
Yobli's like, yeah, I've definitely been trying that out. And,
Yeah.
I've got the corona.
10 out of 10, definitely a rumor.
That's a lie.
I heard having a lot of sex makes you fucking
Yeah,
stronger again.
I heard.
Makes you a fucking
Yeah,
man.
you have the
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't
You're
know.
fucking-
because
The,
you know,
the testosterone kills the virus.
Yeah, I at this rate, facts. Psych? What the fuck? Dude, I'm surrounded by girls all day. Dude, get out of here.
I miss
What
it.
the F?
Bro,
Yo, when are you gonna stop calling Rocky a girl? We all know he's a guy.
You're right. I fucking hate this dog. I'll sell him for $5 right now.
I'll buy him.
So,
All
yeah,
right.
give it to me.
Alright. Sounds good. I'll just put him in the next box and then ship him out of UPS.
I've been meaning to get some more meat.
He would just break out and then fucking follow. All he does all day is stare outside the window and then get up and follow me whenever I get up and do something. Swear to God. I could leave this room right now and he'll follow me.
Honestly, I'd have to charge you $5.
Yeah, high key.
Like you gotta pay.
High key. He kudo, I guess.
I have another coronavirus topic.
Okay, what you got?
What are people gonna do about voting? Because I'm gonna be 100. If I have to choose between voting and like
Coronavirus?
stay home.
pandemic,
Yep.
I'm just gonna not go.
Yeah.
No, you're just not gonna vote?
Yeah,
They can't like postpone it or some shit. Haven't they done that before? Historically, haven't they like
Yeah, definitely.
You know they
canceled
do
an
that.
election year? Especially
I feel
for
like
some shit like this. Like how are you gonna preach no?
ballots where you can do it from your house. You don't have to go out. You can
How are they
you
gonna
just
secure those ballots?
out the same way they always have. Like I voted by mail. A lot of people vote by mail. Like
True.
I don't know if they can do that during the presidential, like for the actual one. I don't know, but I know for these primaries, I voted by mail.
Shit,
Apparently,
so-
Alejandro was born in the 1600s.
No, but
I vote
it's
by
just-
pigeon.
Okay, boomer.
It's an option
You
instead
see
of
that
having
folder
to-
over there? I wrote
Huh?
that over to the voting office.
All right, fuck.
I
I gave
vote-
you all the solution.
you have one of those feather pins and ink wells.
I vote by
Whenever he fights, he yells at somebody, "Hey, 12 paces, bro."
12 paces right now, bro.
Fucking-
That was hey, run that shit back.
Hey,
Run that shit back about 11 steps. I swear to
Grab the
God.
musket.
draw your musket.
My dearest Congressman, I would like to inform you.
Dearest Olivia, the winter's nigh. A sickness spreads.
Oh, y'all are just so fucking funny.
So for my friends that are students, right? How do you guys feel about going online?
I mean, I've been
We should get our
online.
fucking grades.
Oh, well, okay.
Shit.
You have been online.
Shit.
Yeah, I
Your friends that are students?
Yeah,
There's only
Yeah, shut up, Milch.
one of us that isn't a student.
that's unfortunate,
We're
dude.
all
I guess we're not
students
fucking
of
friends, then,
God.
huh? You dweeb.
I'm not a student right now.
I know
Oh,
that's
you're not?
why. Yeah, no, he's not.
I mean, it's alright. Honestly, this is the most I don't give a fuck semester I've ever had. So,
Yeah, it's interesting because
I'm cruising on the beat right now, so I mean, I'm chilling.
yeah, I have to start paying attention to my shit because before,
Oh,
like, I had a routine that I was used
Mhm.
to where I would check it on certain days,
Oh, now it's all
exactly.
fucked up.
and now it's all fucked. So now it's like I have to check constantly, and sometimes, like today, I didn't check my fucking my web courses
Yeah.
all day.
That's been me,
You
but the
see
past year.
petition that's out?
Yeah, I heard that.
What?
Heard
There's a
that.
petition out trying to get it to become like pass fail situation and not like grade wise because like
Pass fail. Oh, okay.
because like some people are like, oh, the stress is gonna cause.
But that's stupid. Because I mean, I guess. Because if that, yeah, all right. I mean, I
But
guess.
for me, I think this is I feel like technology is biting us in the ass because back if we didn't have technology, we would just get our fucking grades. Like we would just
I
get
get-
our passes. But since we
But
have technology, like
at the same time, technology's cool because we're doing this right now.
yeah,
And back in the day, they'd be playing fucking checkers.
I
But
I vote by
also,
smoke signal.
also, technology is responsible for the global spread of this virus.
You know, you might be onto something,
I
dude.
mean, technically, yeah. If you're speaking technology specifically,
He said, technically, yeah, you speaking
it's
technology
subjective.
If
specifically.
we were not technologically advanced, this virus would have been contained to Wuhan, China.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
then it also would have exterminated all of China.
Thanks.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
He said, oh my god.
I ain't
hey,
been
bro,
in
hey, I'm just saying though. You know how much China, bro? If they get wiped out, we don't know shit, and then therefore we good.
I mean, like
Well,
now,
I mean-
what kind of universe are we building here? Like where we don't talk to China, but we do at the same time? Like what?
The hell? Fuck going on over there, Rocky? Kind of shit.
Hey, you need
Shut
to
that
let
dog
that
up.
man do his business.
I'm about to.
No. Cut.
Juggle, I'm not saying you gotta chill.
There was actually coincidentally there was a streamer that just caught under a lot of fire because he was drunk and playing with his fucking gun in his room and
Yeah.
ended up shooting a wall.
Yeah, see, that guy's an idiot. First of all, my gun is unloaded. There are no rounds in it. And
Yeah,
second
how
of
do
all,
we know that motherfucker?
I didn't, because I'm looking at it
How
right
does
now.
the public know that?
Oh, well,
Hey, you guys are trying-
public can suck my ass.
Let's wait till they find out you're brown.
See, that's the thing,
You
dude. That's
guys
the thing that gets me. It's,
infringing on his Second Amendment right. It's his right to play with his gun dangerously and possibly kill himself on this podcast.
well, my gun is empty. But the thing, right? The thing is, no, it is. But the thing, right, that gets me is like when people own guns and they do stupid shit like that. Like, why would you have a gun if you know, or even if you don't know, even if like you just that's your first instinct is to when you're drunk play with a gun.
Yeah.
Like never in my life have I in the
You're grossly overestimating people's ability to rationalize this.
I guess,
Yeah.
but like no,
Especially when you're
what
You
drunk.
know how much fun it is to shoot a fucking gun when you're drunk? You ever shoot a
no.
gun on page?
I was about to say the same question.
I don't want to do that since I seen that Predator movie.
But yeah, it's just like a lot of people, especially like people like streamers in this case, it's like, they come into a lot of money and they get shit like that and they don't have any proper training.
I guess.
Because
I
you
can see
think
that,
about
but,
it,
like,
with you, it's not even conceivable to you because you were in a military kind of family and like you've been surrounded by things like that.
yeah.
But people who
I
have never
guess.
had any sort of like immersion into how dangerous it actually
Yeah.
is, it's
Yeah,
romanticized, and they play video games and get like kind of and see shit and just get desensitized about it because they're just like, oh, as long as I'm not a fucking idiot.
Video games?
Oh God, no! I wrote a whole fucking paper on how video games don't cause violence, but I will say that it gets you used to the sound of a gun.
I don't know, man.
No,
Sometimes I've been playing Apex and I've been wanting to break my controller because of how fucking mad I've got.
That's different though. You're not thinking about killing somebody.
But making
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
mad versus inciting violence is different.
Hold on. I mean,
What?
have you ever shot a weapon?
No.
I would knew that by his
You-
body size.
You do not know the sound of a weapon then.
I'm saying
It's pretty
it can,
cool, man.
but it gets you used
Oh,
to
they're
kind
bad.
of like how shit is.
No, it does not.
Yeah,
I
it's,
mean-
it's different.
But it could make you want to hear the sound.
Yeah. Like I said, it romanticizes it. It makes it look cool. It makes it sound cool.
Oh, believe me.
It's definitely cool.
You ever shot a 16 gauge?
So then, when that shit happens, you don't give a fuck, and then you end up
Swear to
being an
God.
idiot.
This is why we need to go back to fucking
Yeah, true.
What are those things with the rubber bands?
Oh, Hornets.
Slingshots, yeah, slingshots and hornets. Yeah, hornets, yeah. Get back to those.
So we
Let
can
somebody yeah.
sling rocks in each other's eyes and blind each other.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'd rather be blind. Never mind. I think I'd rather die than be. Sorry, Santi.
You do what?
Nah,
Good question. That's a good question. Would you rather be blind or be dead?
dead.
I would say be blind
I don't
because
want to be handicapped.
Your
at
other
all.
senses would be way better. Imagine your taste senses while you're eating some pussy.
Oh my god!
Imagine
For
taking
like, yo,
imagine
play a
taking
lot
a
of
tab
video
while you're
games.
blind.
Taste that.
We all play a lot of video games, so if we were blind, that's a
Bro,
good
that's like
portion.
literally my daily hobby. Like, how the fuck I'm playing video games?
I'm fucking playing video games right now.
I'll shoot just as bad, but I'm just saying.
Oh,
like,
Melvin.
I don't know, man. I don't. It's just like it's a really complicated conversation because I feel like we're just lucky to not have been born with minds of fucking lunatics because these people will go out and want to kill, or like these people will go out and buy guns and do stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're just as much responsible for the reality that you're not a pedophile or not a murderer that for choosing to not be.
Yoli,
like,
you cut out. Like, I don't know what. I don't know if it's like your
yeah.
mic or what.
You say some important shit, and then like midway through,
I cut out.
Yeah.
It cuts out, and I'm like, damn, what did I
I don't
miss?
know if like you got to move your mic closer or something or what.
No, I was saying that you're no more responsible for being born with a healthy brain than the people who. Fuck, man! I wish it wouldn't have cut out. It was fucking perfect. It was.
I mean, I got some of it.
He lost it.
Are you trying to say like
Child.
like a pedophile can't help being born as a pedophile? Is that what you're trying to
Yeah,
say?
like it's a
Well,
born
I'm
with it
saying that
or
we're-
learned or
that, like,
intrinsic.
well, what I'm trying to say is that these people who are
Definitely, they were
fucked up, who are or who are inciting violence, like we're talking about,
shown to other people.
are probably prone to make these decisions either ways. Like to say that like video this is causing it. Like these are really complex things that just happen, and we're no more responsible for our good thoughts than we are for not being a murderer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to these people, it's just rationalized as we rationalize not killing people.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I think.
Well, that's actually an interesting topic as well, because I was once talking to somebody that worked at the brig, and the brig is like that's basically the Marine Corps' version of jail, well, the military's version of jail, and they were talking about how pedophiles they believe that it's okay to have sex with and like record these younger
Children.
men and women, yeah, that they think it's in their mind it's okay, but in fact it's just the fact that they're sick. Like
It's
not sick, but like they're the way they were raised. The way they were raised is just like I don't know.
It's not even raised. You know what? It's not even raised because
It's just the way
you can just have
It's
these
how you're
ideas.
built.
And what we're really like beating around the bush about is that the topic that we're discussing is free will. So is like free will an illusion. So that's a fucking really deep conversation.
I was
But
thinking about the fact that a lot of these people can be avoided. Like the shit they do can be avoided if there was more help for them. Like honestly, like catching shit like that.
Well, how would you help these people? Would you maybe set them up with free therapists?
Just something to help them. Like
there's just no rational. That's the thing, is that there's no rationalizing. It's like, to like cite a culture, a pop culture figure. Like you ever seen the show Dexter?
yeah.
No.
Where he's a murderer. Like he was born a killer. Like he likes to kill things. And like, yeah, he has like a fucked up childhood and whatever, and he has trauma. But like he has to kill. Like he has urges to kill things. So then the show is obviously about he's a vigilante or whatever. But there are people who are born like that, who just have the urge to touch little kids. As fucking crazy as that sounds to us,
Well,
it's true.
yeah, it's the same thing with that as it goes with like serial killers and like how they have their own like motives or their own like specific things that they do at each crime. It all kind of ties back into how they rationalize each thing. You know what I mean? How they like view it as right. Because some of them are just criminally insane, and then it's like, oh well, I was like killing her because she's like a fucking fairy or some like random bullshit, or it's just killing because you have the need, like you have the thirst to kill type of thing. You know what I mean?
So, tying it back to what we were talking about, like when it comes to guns and shit like that, it becomes such a complicated conversation. Take gun people, then you're punishing like the sane people for the people who are obviously not in the right state of mind to have a weapon.
I think it's just should just be better screening for it. You know what I mean?
I
I'm
think
not saying
that's
you gotta
really the
take them all
only thing you
away,
can
but at
do.
least make it harder to get one if you're fucking insane.
Yeah, if you're a psycho, yeah, for sure.
Like I
how
feel
the
like
fuck did
anybody.
Santiago get a fucking weapon is my.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing you should ask is because I stole this bitch.
Serious, serial number scratched off and everything.
Swear to God, showing up day.
I ain't worried about Khan doing nothing.
And then coincidentally, I got a new iPhone the same day.
And a new wallet and everything.
And a new, I swear to God, bro.
Great.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Facts.
All right, so what we got? What we got after guns? What we got next? What y'all thinking?
What am I thinking?
My balls are kind of sweaty.
Your balls are kind of sweaty.
What can we discuss about that?
Y'all be shaving?
Do I shave? I don't use a razor. I trim it for sure. But a razor.
I put that shit on like 3 millimeters.
Yeah, facts. You gotta get a real nice close cut, but not a razor.
Oh, you mean like you don't go down the skin? Is what you're saying by?
Yeah, no, I don't go.
Yeah, I did that. Well, the first time I ever did it, I did it like that, and
you can still nick your balls doing that shit though.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's less likely.
Yeah,
that shit hurts though.
Weird when they grow back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You ever have to like just fucking hold your ball sack in one hand and just try to like unfold it enough to get?
I'd like kind of stretch it out. You know what I mean? So that way I can
wear. I kind of stretch it out.
Bro, we're talking to Alejandro here, Santi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Big ball energy.
He got the biggest balls inside of this.
I was with this girl.
Fucking ball that people hang on the back
Are your balls okay? And I'm like,
truck nuts.
We got truck.
I have truck nuts.
Yeah, fucking red oranges for balls, bro. It's crazy.
The cast that they use to make truck nuts are my nuts.
Hey, yo, we need you again, bro.
Hey man.
Hey, come on down to the plant.
You jerk off yet? He goes, nah, man. All right, we don't need you to fucking dunk your balls in this vat.
Yeah, come in at 4.
Alejandro has bulldog nuts, dog.
Bulldog nuts.
Dude, I don't know, man, but
just hang.
That shit's fucking scary, bro. They just hang. Like, I'm afraid. Like,
his
what's
girl,
my life gonna be like?
His girl be sucking his nuts.
Yeah, dude. Like,
he's like, oh, give me back.
My nuts be like smacking girls' stomachs and shit. Like, it's weird.
Whenever Yoli backs up, like his nuts have like little backup lights on it too, and they beep.
Really? he can't go on a trampoline because they fucking knocked him out one time.
I can't even wear.
That's what Melvin was driving.
You know, like the Nike joggers that I wear, man. Like, I can't even wear them anymore because it looks like I just have a fucking camel toe. Like,
you got a moose knuckle.
I got a moose knuckle, dude.
That boy walking around like.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God, the Audi lives.
The Audi lives. That's disgusting.
Sitting on these motherfuckers,
Bro,
man.
I feel sorry for your kids, dog. Because one of these days, like your little infant's gonna try to like run in between your legs because he's like playing to having fun. He's gonna knock himself out. He's gonna hit the floor, bro. Just gonna concuss that little motherfucker.
My child via testicular percussion.
Jesus Christ. That poor child, that poor infant.
Oh no, man. Oh, man. This must be a generational thing. Cause
have you seen your dad's nuts?
What happened?
Have you seen your dad's nuts?
Oh my God, they're fucking scary, dude.
Jesus Christ.
My dad, and this is the funny thing, is my dad.
Why are we still talking about
and you know my dad's a serious dude.
Yeah, facts.
He told me that his grandfather, so my great grandfather, had balls that were so big that he had to rest them on the toilet when he would sit down. Because they would dunk in the fucking water. Like, no bullshit.
We've been making truck nuts in this years for generations.
They would make fun of him because they said that he had the balls of a cow.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
yo, imagine how many times that man sat on his balls.
Ugh.
Oh, I can. Ugh.
And that he was like 90 years old.
Cut up.
Yeah.
That he was 90 years old and can still get it up.
Ooh. Hey, bro.
Champion. Damn, you're in the blood. You got that bloodline.
Facts,
Dude,
Italian blood.
I don't know about all that, cuz.
You be fucking, huh?
You be fucking, you Mr. Bitches.
Yeah, this
Mr.
guy's
Bitches.
Mr. Bitches.
Yo, y'all watch UFC?
Nah, I got UCF, dude.
Where the fuck is Mayweather?
Where the fuck is Mayweather? Nah, I don't watch UFC.
Bring him out.
I mean, like, I'll watch it if I'm out and I'm drunk. And that's
When
fun.
I'm drunk.
Wow. Only when you're drunk?
Time he
UFC,
likes to reenact it with Santiago when he's drunk.
Yeah.
UFC.
I just tell Adrian to choke him out.
UFC
Adrian,
249.
bro. Okay, new topic.
Bit-
Adrian,
Can we let
Hey, hold on. Goddamn, let the man speak. How you going just sit there in the middle of his sentence and be like, oh, hey, new topic.
I must have cut out. I didn't hear you
No,
talking,
you're
bro.
Fuck that guy.
All
I'm
right,
too sick to like.
Edwin got the floor.
Oh, that boy got corona. I forgot.
UFC 249 might be the last major sporting event to go down for a good
Yeah,
minute.
because they're not closing down because of the coronavirus, right?
Yeah.
Damn,
Like,
you
that's-
think that'd be the
good,
one
Matt.
sport that closed down?
Well, here's the thing. New York, it was supposed to go down in New York, and the New York Commission said, nah, Chief, that ain't happening. And Dana White, because his fight has been canceled 5 times, said no matter what, the fight's going to happen. So now he's trying to figure out where he can have the fight. He's looking at other countries.
fighting?
Khabib versus Tony Ferguson.
Khabib versus Ferg.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the most anticipated UFC fight of all time, but
I don't even
it's
know
gonna
who
be
these
held.
people are.
It's gonna be held in an arena. With
No
one
fans.
in it. Yeah,
That's kind of wouldn't I feel like that'd be kind of ominous.
Dude, it's not ominous as it is. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
No, like I feel like that shit would be intense.
Oh, yeah, true. Just a
Actually,
silent
okay,
arena.
I can-
Ferguson is known for having very bloody fights.
I love Fergie's music.
A bloody
Yeah,
fight.
true.
My milkshake.
I love her. What the fuck you know about?
I like some of the Gaga songs. Fuck, she know about cameras.
What were you saying about Adrian Yoli?
The Gaga song. What the fuck she know about camera?
Fucking love Kanye.
Okay, no bullshit. Can somebody explain to me what he meant by that? Like, what was he trying to
He
get
was
at?
talking about how you investing outside of your trade, right? So he was talking about he said Gaga owns most of the stocks in Polaroid, and then he's like, I like some of the Gaga songs. The fuck does she know about cameras? You know what I mean? Whereas she doesn't have to have a whole ass knowledge of how cameras work and shit, but she knows that it's
the creative director or something.
yeah, the creative director of Polaroid. That's right. Yeah. So it's
I like
you know.
songs. What the fuck
I
do you
think
know about
that whole
cameras?
situation was the same situation Ja Rule put himself into with the Fire Festival.
Yeah, except
Have you
not a
seen that
piece of shit.
documentary?
Yes, that
Bro.
documentary is fucking insane. I love it.
Yeah, that's wild.
That man kept going for it too. He was
I mean, I respect it, but
Bro, I'll never forget that video of him afterwards, after all that shit happened, and he's at this concert. He's like, "Y'all ready to have some fun tonight?"
yeah,
And then nobody
I
says
did
a
see
fucking
that.
word. He's like, "Alright."
That's the shit. I feel like if Santiago was a rapper, that's the type of shit you would do. Hey, everybody, get off your feet. Yeah. I guess not.
yeah, I guess I'm just gonna fuck myself.
I'm gonna just go die in a hole, then. All right.
Yeah, Haki. Yeah, it's funny.
What
What were you saying about Adrian Yoli?
I was saying, fucking sorry, by the way, I didn't mean to change topics mid fucking sentence.
I know.
So now that it is the
Better.
appropriate time, how do you find gentlemen of the Esquire feel about Sir Adrian's illicit tattoos?
That shit is so funny, bro.
Oh, the
Look
Modelo
at
one
them
is
Modelo
perfect.
tattoos. It's so
perfect.
stupid that it's funny. I love it.
He
That's
got
something I would do.
It's such an Adrian tattoo.
It really is, dude. It really is. That's the same guy that told me he wanted to get a tattoo put on the bottom of his foot.
Yeah,
No
just
one
so
would expect
the
it.
audience knows, our boy Adrian, he got a giant Modelo Especial tattoo on his fucking booty cheek.
Right in his ass
Just
cheek.
right on his ass
Right.
cheek.
He bit the bullet by not getting a Corona tattoo.
To be honest, it would have been the perfect timing for him. Just
Yeah.
saying.
But the coronavirus was inevitable. It's gonna go away, so he's gonna be left with a tattoo of a drink he might not even like.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh, no, he likes Corona. That boy.
If you like Modelo, you like Corona.
What are you, a communist?
Maybe.
Oh, alright.
He's Cuban, so
Dude, so tell me how I work with these. I don't think I've told y'all boys this story, right? So I work with a bunch of Russians at the.
Where they rushing off to?
I'm about to say it.
Gotta be clear on that one.
High class comedy in here tonight, boys. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the one that's gonna take us to the moon right here.
Dude, dude. Come on, really, dude? Fucking viral.
Yoli boy has left the chat.
Wait. It's like all the time. Fuck that guy.
Anyway, so I work with people that the Russian.
Y'all got refrigerators?
Let him talk about the Russians, dog.
Fuck you, Russians.
Fuck your Russians. Fuck your mama. Anyways, dude, so I work with these fucking Russians, and they're not Russian anywhere. You fucking retards.
Okay.
And we were fucking with them, calling them communists and shit, and they were like, dude, this guy literally turned around, looked at me, and he goes, we pick your presidents, bitch. He goes, we pick your presidents, bitch. Bro,
I don't know it. I don't know shit about that whole thing with the impeachment and all that. I don't know shit about the impeachment or anything like that. It'll read my voice just fine because I'm the one. I'm talking into it like straight up.
Oh, wow.
So the recording will be able to hear you, but we won't. All right, got it.
You said you don't know about the impeachment?
Yeah, not a lot about it.
That impeachment was basically because Trump was trying to incite Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden. Because Joe Biden's son was trying to get them to go into a business deal with him. He was trying to withhold some aid to Ukraine in order to convince him. But
he ended up fucking himself.
But Trump trying to interfere with a political rival is borderline unconstitutional. That was the first.
Well, I just hope this Rona don't get us. I just hope the Rona don't get us.
If the Rona's gonna get me, the Rona's gonna get me.
I got a topic real quick.
All right, what you got, baby?
What do you think about men withholding their feelings and not going to therapy? Do you think we should be more open to therapy?
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
I feel like everybody should, man, woman, or whatever.
I actually wrote something down today here. Let me put you on some game because I've been creating a list, right? I got a list of things that I want to live my life by that that live a good life, right? And this one I wrote it down today, and it said, let me see. It said.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say.
Said, oh wait, I found it. It said there is strength in vulnerability, right? And so I wrote that down because as guys, we're always so fucking it's almost like as if we're drilled to be like, hey, dude, just shut up. Like, whatever you're going through, just shut up. Don't even bring it up. Like, just suck it up. But really, bro, like, I'm tired of it. If I want to talk about my feelings, I'm talking about my feelings. Goddammit. And if somebody want to fuck, I put my gun away. But if someone want to try me, you know what I'm saying? Fuck around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, especially like in youth and stuff, it's deemed like, you're just a pussy for wanting to talk about shit that, might affect you like mentally, whether it be at home or in school or whatever. You're just drilled to keep that shit in your head, and then you end up trying to solve that shit on your own. But man, woman, or whatever, like everybody should try therapy just to have like an outside perspective on things and to like have like a professional outlook on the shit that you might be going through, or even just to like get shit out of your head. You know what I mean?
What?
Are you on the phone?
Maybe.
I hate dudes, bro. You know what? I can't even.
Just mute yourself.
For real. Unplug the mic, something. Shit.
What's the shape of Italy, EP?
Kayla?
Get him the boot.
Hepatitis. See you later.
You can write a reason too. I wrote "What's the shape of Italy?"
Hernandez gone forever.
Yo, Central, you remember when we used to play Black Ops and I was a party leader? How I would keep people?
I think so. I don't know. You remember me though?
I used to tell them. I used to be like, "Yo, you like soccer?"
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
What do you do to a soccer ball?
Gone. You kick it.
Ooh. But yeah, I think therapy is important for everybody. Absolutely.
Yeah, and even like you don't even have to like go to therapy. Just someone there should be everyone should have someone in their life where they can just vent to, where they can just let it all out.
Absolutely.
Because one of the
bringing up that topic,
Okay.
do you think you should make not how do I put this? Do you think you should always go to your friends for situations? So say like I was going through something. Would you guys feel like it were okay for me to always come to you, or would that eventually become annoying?
No, dude.
No, I want
if
you to
we're
come in.
friends, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. If we're friends, and like if you legitimately have a good bond with someone, like what we have with each other, you can come to me all day. What the fuck? Your issues don't bother me. Is what I'm saying.
And it all depends. I think in my personal sense, because like I've had friends go to me for shit. I mean, not just y'all, but like other friends too. It all depends on like if you come to this is my I guess this is the way I am. I might be a little. If you go to me and you want to vent or like you want my personal opinion on something, then you need to be ready for what I'm going to tell you.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure.
It might not be what you want to hear.
No, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Keep it a bug. Yeah, like the best thing. Like honestly,
Don't
like the way I
patronize
see it
anybody.
is like in those kinds of situations where people come to people for to vent, and if they want your opinion, honesty is the number one thing you should give them, because if not, you're just gonna lead them down a path that's gonna fuck them over in the end. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it a bug with you. Like it may not be what you want to hear, it may be what you want to hear, whatever the case is. But at least I know, or at least you have exactly what I think of your situation.
Mhm. And like I have a point too where it's like I have a point where it's like if you do want to like have somebody know like what's really going on in your head, because like y'all are my boys and shit, right? And obviously I can tell you everything like down to my deepest and darkest thoughts too if I choose to. You know what I mean? And I'm comfortable doing that.
Right now, it's
But
okay, we know.
I don't think that you should have just one person that you should like. You can have somebody that like you obviously trust more than anybody or whatever. You know what I mean? Sure, but I think it's important to be able to confide in maybe like 2 or 3 people at least if you struggle with that. You know what I mean?
Well,
Because like if you
there's 6 people in this chat, dog.
Yeah.
So who's left out?
But I'm saying like also in terms of a relationship too, where your significant other shouldn't be the only person that you can confide into about your problem. That you can confide in with your problems.
For sure.
Because
that's a big
especially that no matter how close they are.
That's where if you got a girl, that's where you get the side hoe.
I'm not, you're not even bitch.
Real.
That is the key
Mr.
right
Bitches
there.
guide you. Let Mr. Bitches. Been there, done that, guys.
Jesus
Worked
Christ.
out great.
We're still talking about like the importance of talking about the shit in your head. It's just like you can't bitch to your boss about work. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
that type of shit.
But were you talking about like I heard you guys talking about like you can't talk about it to your girl, like you can't talk about problems of your relationship to your girl?
I'm saying like your girl can't be the only person that you're intimate like mentally with.
Oh yeah.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Now I'm not saying go find another girl.
Yeah, I'm saying like be able to confide in like friends. You know what I mean? That's the importance of friends.
I used to believe in like girl best friends, but like now it feels like
no.
betrayal of trust.
I never believed in that.
Okay, well, what about Jamie?
What?
What about her?
Yeah, Jamie's a really good friend of ours. Like,
Yeah.
I would say Jamie's one of my best friends.
Yeah, but that's not the same as having a side hoe.
Yeah, that's different.
Because you like respect
No,
her.
we're not talking about side hoes.
Oh, okay.
I think it's different in this case though, because like one of us can maybe trust her and like kind of have her as a best friend because she was with Jaime before, so like we're not obviously gonna do anything with her. Well, we shouldn't.
I think in specific situations, and let me tell you,
It can't happen, but
the situation is like it's rare.
I think the day something happens, bro, I the whole chat, bro.
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's off topic. Sorry.
I'm just saying. It's got to be like a specific, real specific like situation. I say 9 times out of 10, guys and girls, man, can't be best friends.
I believe in that,
I
absolutely.
agree. I agree.
You're right, because one side is eventually gonna.
Yeah, one side definitely will have
It's
feelings
the
for the other.
intimacy part of it, bro. You know, you get like just more and more close to them physically and emotionally. It's like
That's what I'm
some
saying.
shit's bound to happen on some side.
Just look at me.
Either you're the hot one or she's the hot one. One person's gonna end up liking you.
It doesn't matter about like appearance. It matters about like when you spend that much time with the opposite sex and people will say, oh, that's my best friend. We're not gonna do anything, whatever. Like, no, exactly, because like the relationship that I have with you guys is different than.
Hey, you better not be fucking us.
I swear to God.
Hey, shit, y'all be looking kind of good sometimes. I don't know. No, what I'm saying is that
That's why you were taking those pictures of me in the
You been-
shower.
Yeah,
You been working out, Santiago?
Hey, I mean, shit. I hit the gym. I did my squats. Come on, girl.
Damn.
Hey, chill out, bro. I might fuck around.
Always that Oscar's working out, huh?
Hey, you know me. Like,
You
Oscar
gonna
working me out, cuz.
Whoa.
Facts.
Whoa,
Yeah, but
we
guess
gonna
I'm
have
not the only one.
What I was saying.
Oh boy,
in a
it's
fucking
coming for
vat of
everybody, huh?
manner, like the river Styx.
What I was saying was that definitely one side will fall for the other. Sure. Forgot what I was fucking saying. Got me talking about hooking up with the homies. But shit, if y'all free, he can edit it out. He can edit it out. It's cool. It's cool.
That's right. Yeah, I got you.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a pretty good podcast.
got some
All
juicy
right.
bits in there.
Well,
Yep.
thank y'all for listening. It's been a roller coaster of a podcast.
Who changed my name to Truck Nuts?
It might have been allegedly. I don't know.
Allegedly. I don't know. I believe it when I see it.
I don't know what
Next
you're
week.
talking about.
Yeah, next episode we'll get the diameter of Alejandro's actual.
Yeah, we'll get a
compare them to your
mathematician
average
in.
table fruit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to your average grapefruit.
Yeah.
I wonder what like people listen to this is gonna take on all that shit that we just talked about.
The what?
Like I wonder what if people listen to this, like what they're gonna give their opinion on.
Well,
We can leave a comment. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Fuck around. Turn on your notifications. I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna post this on. I might just. I don't know.
Literally.
I'll put it on Craigslist and see where it goes.
See where it goes. Yeah.
All right.
Offer up.
All right. Anybody got any ending comments to say before I send this bitch out?
Yeah. I got one.
Oscar, you a fake ass motherfucker. Oh my god.
On the next one, can we talk about situations where we haven't been able to finish?
All right, say less.
Oh yes. Yeah, let me write that down.
I'm writing it down right now.
I know.
Melvin told me about that actually.
Hey, we'll say that for the next episode. Say that next episode. But I do have some goodbyes to the people. Wash your hands. Stay safe.
Stay indoors.
Indoors, please. For the love of God, do not go to the beach.
Don't go to the beach.
Wear protection.
Don't spend too much money in Nashville if you go.
Please do not do that. Get your bread up. Drink water. And get your, hey, take some time for yourselves.
Do right.
Life is stressful, and so you need to just fucking
Swear to God.
unwind in healthy manners.
Don't eat ass.
Fuck your friends, girls.
No, eat
Yeah,
ass.
don't
Eat
fuck
ass.
any of your friends' girls.
Eat ass.
Eat
Yeah,
ass.
that part.
Eat ass.
If there's a big takeaway from this podcast, just want to skip to the end, and it'll be don't fuck your friends' girls, eat ass, eat fruit, wash your hands, and there was one more.
Go to therapy.
Don't fall. Who in love, cuz? Who in love?
If she says she don't want you, she probably don't want you.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Message of the day. She's just not that into you.
I hate you. All right, then that's it.
Well, this episode again was brought to you by Peter's Perfect Pocket Pussies. Pussy in my pocket. I'll fuck it anywhere. The date is March 19th, 2020. Y'all have a great night.
Love it.
Bye.